Cancer, and welcome to your monthly zodiac reading. This is the first time I'm doing this for you, but we'll continue to do it month to month. Right now on my channel, you can see I do pick a cards. I also do a new and full moon, a ritual where you release and let go and where you manifest to bring abundance in. I also do videos with short but sweet channeled messages from spirit. So like I said, this is something new. I do this, of course, with my private clients, but I haven't done it on YouTube before. So I am excited to be doing this, and I hope that you enjoy it. We're going to be talking, each card has a specific topic. I have tarot to go along with it. But let's start with card 1 here. Challenge you may face in the month of August, and it's refinement. So just by looking overall at the cards, when I first laid them down, I flipped through the deck and picked the cards out. I'm like, there's something definitely going on here with, and I can't be, specific because enough people watch this that you can't tune into one particular energy, or you only tune into one, right? But what I want to say is I feel like there's something, whether it is a project, whether it is something that you're doing on the side, like house renovation kept coming into my head too. So for some of you, it could be that. And I feel like the challenge that you're facing is the refinement, wanting to just tweak it a little bit more, fix it a little bit more. It could be a little more better type of thing, or a little more better. I don't know if that's really a proper sentence, but you know what I mean. I just feel that there's going to be some real challenge coming in the month of August about fine-tuning something, okay? Let's see what tarot goes with it. The 5 of Cups. I love that, because you know what that's kind of saying to me? It's kind of saying you're so focused on what needs to be refined, what needs to be fine-tuned, that you aren't able to look behind you and see that actually it may just be okay. And someone else had a message similar to this. I don't think quite in the same context, but very similar. You're not seeing that, you know what, maybe it doesn't need any more fine-tuning, whatever it is. I mean, it could literally be a product. It could be a paper. It could be, like I said, home renovation. It could be home decorating. It literally could be anything. Maybe you don't like your new blonde highlights, right? Like, it literally could be anything. And they're saying, but you need to turn around and look at it from a different point of view, almost like, say, Hangman, okay? Where you see it from a different perspective and see, oh, you know what? I think this could work out just fine. So if you were to turn around and see the 2 cups, and then you notice the castle and the bridge up there for you, which would be abundance and something good, you may find that you don't need to actually be fine-tuning anything. It's perfect just the way it is. Or at least for now. Like, I'm thinking of if it was a product, for this first batch, for this initial launch, whatever it is good. And then over the years, you could, make different models, fine tune it, whatever it is. It could even be with baking. Like, right, if you owned a bakery and you're like, you know what, this coconut cream pie is delicious, but I think it can be better. Well, launch the coconut cream pie, because it probably is delicious right now and people are going to love it. And then you can fine tune it, or even add an additional type to, go along with it as another offering. So that's the challenge I feel that you're going to be having. It's going to be something around any one of those type of scenarios, okay? Next, we want to talk about the positive energy to embrace or to bring joy in, and it's wisdom. And I think the way this is tying in here, just before I pull out this card, it almost feels like you know that you have a good whatever. You know that whatever's happening right now, whether it's decorating, renovation, it's going okay. Everything's good about it. But that doesn't mean that right now, as it's happening, that you aren't thinking of bigger and better ways to do it. And that's great, right? To embrace that and to maybe, again, launch different products, or like not a knockoff, but like an additional product, you know, bigger and better. We have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, don't let anyone try to tell you that that what you have right now isn't good enough or isn't going to be good enough. You know it is. You know it is. That's what I want to say. That's, you need to embrace your wisdom, your mental clarity, your intelligence and smarts on this particular situation area, okay? What they want you to work on as far as negative or shadow attributes or traits that you have is agreement. Libra, balance. This card's come out. I told you this is very similar to another reading, but different. Here's the deal. Maybe you work with partners in this, or at least one other person, and maybe something that you have a hard time letting go of, or what needs to be worked on, is giving in. See, here you're kind of like beating off the other people, right? It's like, no, I know my idea is good. But so much so that you refuse to compromise, or maybe you refuse to agree on some specific thing, you know, a specific topic or a specific issue. We have the Lovers. Okay. Partnerships. What I want to say there with the Lovers card, I just feel like it can represent partnerships. It can represent lots of different things. It can also represent love, you know, and it could even be the love that you have for whatever it is, project, product, situation that you're in right now here. And you may love it so much that you find it hard to compromise. Okay, so that may be something that you need. That's a shadow you would need to work on. Now, moving on, like I have said to the other piles, one of these can resonate with you, or a few of them can, or they all can for the month. But what I've been finding is they all kind of go together. They all kind of tie together, right? You know, spirit kind of ties everything together, God, source, universe, to kind of, you know, give you an overall picture of everything. So when we get down here to hope, this is what you need to make more room for. And I love that it's Taurus, because if we're talking about renovating or, you know, even building something new or decorating or anything like that, or even food for that matter. We're back to the coconut cream pie again. Taurus loves nice things. Venus rules Taurus. Taurus loves the way things taste, the way things feel, the way things look. It needs to be comfortable. It needs to feel right. So they want you to make more room for that, because then it may help you to realize here with your challenge that what you have is okay right now, that you know deep down it is, or that maybe by making room for its hope, right? Knowing that it's, I just feel like I keep wanting to say launch, that it's going to be okay to launch whatever this is, and to be hopeful, right? Rather than kind of being on the negative side of it. Well, I don't know, it could be better. Well, that's, you know, negativity attracts negativity. Positivity attracts positivity, not just to mention it's a better mental state to be in. So what I want to say is really make room for those feelings of hope and success, and it's going to be okay. The Empress, oh wow. She can manifest. Everything about the Empress is beautiful. She can manifest whatever it is that she wants. She's not going to bring to light something that's not nice, okay? Or not good, or not of quality. That's not who she is. She is creative, and if you were creatively inspired to do whatever this is, then you need to trust and have hope and faith. Faith comes in there, that what you are doing is going to be a-okay, right? Now, what do you need to avoid? Very interesting. Attraction. I almost feel like that is like the shiny baubles, okay? Like, again, that is sort of, oh, well, that looks really great. Why don't we add that to it? Or that's really good. Let's do a little more of that. Again, they want you to avoid that and just be okay with what is. And you're not, with the important message of you're not settling. Oh, temperance. Okay. We also have Libra here, balance, and we have temperance here with balance. Temperance is just finding the balance and harmony. So whether it's with the people that you're working on the project or whatever it is with, could be a family member that you're renovating or decorating with, it's finding that balance, it's finding the agreement, it's finding the harmony. And I almost want to say with that, oh, see how he has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land, which is kind of representing balance and the flow, right? But I also want to say with that, it's like you are the type of person, maybe Cancer, that this is a challenge for you in general. Just now, this could be resonating with someone else specifically, where you're always half in, half out, right? Like you're still half in the old project, but your other foot's half into the new project. I think that you need to find more balance there so that you can move out of the old project and both feet into the new project, so that you've balanced, this is what I've done, and this now is what I'm going to do. Okay, let's look at the last card here with what opportunity should you seize or grab a hold of. We have Page of Cups here with memory. I feel like there is a whole memory bank of good ideas that you have. And with the Page of Cups, I find it hilarious that that card comes out with that. Well, not hilarious, it's just really very synchronistic, definitely orchestrated by divine for you to have the Page of Cups with memory when we're talking about creativity, because the Page of Cups is creative, always looking for new creative opportunities, always curious, what can I do next? How can I make it better? Which is where I think you face challenge sometimes, right? Because you kind of get stuck in it or not able to agree or maybe, compromise a little bit. But they want to say, you have a ton of ideas, a ton of brilliant ideas. Whatever it is that you're working on right now, let it go, let it be. Because you're going to move on to the next thing, and it's just going to be one notch above or one step above, or it's going to, at least minimum be parallel. It's just always going to, you're not short for creative ideas. So you don't have to put everything in. Here's the message. You don't have to put everything and all of your eggs into the one basket. You have enough ideas for a lot of baskets. So that's the message that they have for you. Now let's do one last. I like this message. I really do. I mean, hey, being an overachiever, nothing wrong with that, Cancer, or getting emotionally, because I know as a Cancer, getting emotionally involved in it. But Cancers, like Tauruses, can also be a little stubborn at times, right? Kind of wanting to be the mother hen, overlooking everything. Again, okay. But they're saying you have a lot of baskets. You just need to keep moving. All right, so challenge you may face. This is overall energy, so confirmation, clarification, if there's any other messages or guidance that they want to give. Let's go with that one right here. Fertility. That is the Empress. If you watch a lot of tarot, you know she is the one who's fertile, whether it literally be with having children or the ability to. But it's just new creative ideas, thinking about it and then bringing that plan into action. That is the Empress. It's always being fertile, planting new seeds, new ideas, starting them, watching them grow to fruition, okay? That, or in the spotlight, because the little Leo signs here and spotlight just popped in, right? Because sometimes Leos love the stage, they love the spotlight. So you know what? You have many more of those opportunities in you. So don't get stuck on one thing. All right, that is their message, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next month.